Dress it up and make it real for me.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Game Day Unfiltered, where it's raw, real, and bullshit. I'm your co-host G Money, and right next to me is our host, Caleb Chapman.
Peeps, what's good, man? Yo, first off, shout out to everybody who really watched these, bro. You know what I mean? Watching every second, every minute, editing this shit is easy, not hard, but a little hard though, So just, like, comment, subscribe, do what y'all do. Big things coming real soon, by the way. Just found some things out today. Big things coming. I ain't gonna say nothing too just yet, but yeah, big upgrades coming from Game Day Unfiltered, bro. We can kick this off today.
Shit, man. Week 2 OTAs, man.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk football real quick because I'm seeing, a lot of new faces, new places, a lot of happiness going on. A team I want to really, hone in on. I've been hearing a lot of talks, trading this player, new QB stepping in. It's the Atlanta Falcons. A lot of Kyle Pitts talk. Like, one thing I just want to say, I feel like Atlanta will win that division, first off. But why trade Kyle Pitts? Why are we going to trade him? And they haven't really helped him. You feel me?
I mean, me personally, I think that offense doesn't fit him. He's not a hand in dirt, tight end. He's labeled as a tight end, but bro's really a slot receiver, if we think about it. We need to get him more as a Travis Kelce vibe type offense. If I'm Atlanta, I'm going to go ahead and trade him before the season starts. He is on contract year. So I'm going to go ahead and trade him. Let's see, a team that can use him. A team like the Raiders, even though they have Brock Bowers, you can throw Kyle Pitts in the slot. You can throw him at double tight end. You know what I mean? Raiders would be a good fit.
Do you
Broncos.
keep Michael, before you go to the Broncos, though,
Michael Mayer?
Michael Mayer? Michael Mayer's not bad either, though.
You could keep him, but, you could throw him. You could throw him to the Wolves as well, but, Kyle Pitts is a guy that, he could play slot receiver. He's a big target guy, like, 6'6", only 24 years old.
Yeah, that is also true.
It's just the system's not right for him. In Atlanta. I don't think it is, so I just think he needs to go to a team that's fit for him. Like I said, the Raiders would be good. Broncos would be good.
Broncos definitely need a tight end. I don't even know who they were starting tight end right now.
Tennessee, you could throw him in Tennessee.
They got Chigoziem now.
You could throw him in Tennessee.
Okay. Or, if Brett Veach want to be, Brett Veach want to compete with Howie, I'm just saying, we don't need a tight end, but
Howie's like up here, and everybody, all the other GMs are like down here.
I agree.
So we can't mention Howie no more.
Howie got devil magic, bro. I don't know what he do to like really get these people to come to Philly, but he performs devil magic. But yeah, though, man, I really feel like Atlanta is not prone to, but they're destined this year to have the year that they should have had this past year. By the way,
facts.
Because they're too good, bro. Team's too good. I feel like they're wasting that talent. They got too much talent, bro. I think they just get James Pierce. They just got somebody else
Walker.
Too. Man, I like Jalen Walker. I think I like Jalen Walker more than like Michael Williams at Georgia. The speed aspect is what like sets them apart for me. I think you need hella speed at fucking edge rusher.
Yeah.
And you got two fast motherfuckers.
Yeah, Atlanta went all defense this year, which I think they needed a lot, to make their staple as a good quality team because offense is good.
What team I want? Yo, go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, if you want to compete, because you know what you're getting from Baker. Baker he instilling that, he instilling that confidence. I think Baker is right now, him and them Bucks is really who people think winning that division. But I think if you want to compete with them, you gotta go defense ahead. And Baker like to run too. So them edges, setting that edge, I think this is perfect. Prime, great draft. I haven't looked at every other draft pick they got, but great draft in my opinion.
I really like it. I want to talk about DJ Moore during his press conference. There's been a lot of talk in his bad language going around, and they asked him, what has Ben Johnson been telling you about it? And he said, don't do it. And I think that's a W move because, as we know, if a ball gets overthrown to DJ Moore, he don't get open. He's out there throwing a hissy fit, showing bad language.
Oh my goodness.
Which tends to, throw everything off. That gets him out his zone, gets the team out their zone. And Ben Johnson's he's a great coach. And for him to tell him, stop doing that now. He's a grown-ass man throwing a hissy fit. That just shows growth and what the Bears are doing. They still won't win the division. They'll be third still. But
who's fourth?
They'll be positive.
You think Vikings gonna be fourth?
A lot. Bears be
Chicago.
fourth. Vikings be
Yeah.
third. Yeah, that's what I mean.
No. Chicago will have a great year. I think
Yeah, they
they've
will.
added good pieces.
A plus. I say A plus.
But I think they will win 8 games. 7. Sorry. 7. I just think they started adding the good pieces too late compared to like how Detroit is coming along, how Green Bay is coming along. Minnesota already kind of been there once they
That
added
division's
Justin
getting tough.
Jefferson. Yeah, that division is starting to become a 14 division. But I think Chicago is 2 pieces away from defense, just being there competing. I think having Jalen Johnson is smooth.
They got
That's all I know.
TJ Edwards from the Eagles.
I'm not mad at him. I liked him when he was on the Eagles.
Facts.
He was good on the Eagles. So I think they're just give me an edge rusher and another good backer. But I got Tremaine Edwards.
They got some quality players on their defensive side though, but that division is just tough as it is. You got to play the Lions twice, the Packers twice,
just so
and
crazy.
Vikings defense twice. I'm not gonna speak about the Vikings offense because you may never know what you get out of them.
I mean, yeah, I think they need a running back, bro. Vikings need a running back.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because who is it? Alexander Madison and Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I think they get a running back, they'll be okay. Cause
they need a third down back.
Yeah, you can't. Everybody know what's gonna happen when you throw the ball. It's either going to Jordan Addison or fucking Jettas. They don't fear the running backs. I think with them in that division, they need a running back really bad. But the Vikings not as bad though. I think that defense is giving like they the Steelers of the fucking NFC. Defense gonna be top 5 all the time. Brian Flores is not gonna let you have defense out of the top 10.
Facts.
Kevin O'Connell, I feel like we got to get Bruddy out of there. I feel like he was good in the Kirk era, but since that, I think he got to go. I don't trust him.
The defense made them look good last year.
Way better than what they were.
I'm not gonna discredit Sam Darnold and what he did up until week 14, 15, because those last 3-4 weeks looked atrocious. Yeah, that defense did carry. Yeah, he wasn't ready for prime time. That defense carried a lot. They showed what they can do week in and week out.
Yeah, bro. Who else isn't that? Oh, Green Bay. Green Bay's just young, bro. They don't know how to win games. Green Bay should have beat the fucking Lions last year. At least one of the times. They just don't know how to go out and win, bro. I think they're just too young. I think Jordan Love, he
got paid and started chilling.
Jordan Love.
He got paid.
Yeah.
That's all it is, man. These players getting paid and they're just like, all right, fuck it. Let me take a year off.
Oh, God. Yo, is that me, Mom? Wait, say something?
Yo.
Hey, you sound crazy. Yeah.
Oh, shit, hold on, wait. I can't even change it.
Damn.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
My
It
shit
sound
sounds
like once you took off your headphones, it seemed like
this.
Yeah. I don't know if like your mic go through the headphones or not.
Nah, my shit's not on the it's not on my mic, it's on my speakers. So I can't even change this in stream. This shit's gonna sound crazy the whole time.
Fuck it. Don't do it. And we are back. We are going to just cut just about half of that off in editing. Like nothing ever happened. But who was I talking about? Green Bay? Yeah, bro. Green Bay's just young. They don't know how to go out there and win. Jordan Love, like you said, got paid, kicked his feet up. I don't like that. I need more, Jordan Love. You are on that list of I need more. On there with Anthony Edwards. I'm keeping that list throughout the whole year, or our football year. I'm adding on to that. I just need more. I like Matthew Golden. I like that draft pick. But now I feel like you got to trade a receiver now, or we got to let Christian Watson go. I talked to a lot of Packers fans. They don't like Christian Watson. All my Madden fans out there, they love Christian Watson. But I don't know. I don't know how to feel about him. He's fast. I think he's just injured too much.
Yeah, health is definitely a main issue for
especially as a receiver,
Christian
bro.
Watson.
As a receiver, if you are racking up ankle injuries, hamstring injuries, any lower body injuries, you fucking yourself up. Like, you can have an ankle injury and a small little knee problem, but if you get ankle, knee, hamstring consistently, you cooked. And I think that's why the Packers may just have to get rid of him.
Nah, I agree on that. He can't stay healthy. That's why they drafted Matthew Golden. He's a consistent guy, stays healthy. He's that number one receiver, capability guy.
Do we think is Jaden Reed not that guy?
He's not a wide receiver one type of guy. He's short.
More or less slot.
Yeah, he's a slot threat. That's why they drafted Matthew Golden on the outside, to take a little bit of pressure.
How tall is Matthew Golden? Can we get a height check on that?
I'll be like 6'2".
I like that.
which is is great for outside receiver. CJ Stroud hasn't thrown a football yet in OTAs, shoulder injury still. For him specifically, that's worrying some because of what he did last year. Now
He
in
on that list.
OTAs, he's not throwing. Yeah, he's not getting the connection with those two rookies, not getting the connection with his team. They got Davis Mills throwing the ball. So, it's not CJ Stroud throwing the ball, which who will be throwing the ball week one. He
Okay,
needs
two
to hurry up and
things.
get healthy.
Yes, get healthy. One, two things. First off, Davis Mills, and didn't they pay him a whole lot of money and thinking he was gonna be good?
No, they
Two,
just drafted him, and he's been on that team ever since. They paid
I'm
him
not mad at that to be
last
honest.
year to be a backup.
I'm not mad at that to be honest. He's a good backup. Don't get me wrong. Davis Mills not that bad. But number two, yeah, bro, you gotta go. You gotta try to at least start that football. Limited if you only doing fucking, only the
Throwing swing
707
routes.
period. Yeah, like or something like that. Like or just on
Throw doing Indy. You're not throwing at all.
you feel me?
It's
Cause
troublesome.
I get not team, I get not 707s for real. But I think if you gotta do at least, ROAs in the beginning of practice or short little QB drills like you said. But two rookies that's nice. One is tall as shit with Nico, and then you gotta get that timing down, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, from a receiver standpoint, if I ain't got timing with you, bro, if I can't break off on this route and it's right there, it's not my fault. You feel me? So I need you. I need more. Add that to the list. CJ,
Nah, no, most
one of them
definitely, most
people.
definitely.
When did he got surgery?
No, I think he just got hurt training or something. Can't remember what is it, but he hasn't been doing all OTAs, and they're on week two. The other player I like is the Patriots. That Patriots team is looking
I like that team, bro. I got them. Let's see who's in that division.
Bills.
Jets, Bills. So Bills will be first still, of course. I don't see nobody. Fuck them. But I think the Patriots might be second. I want to say they
They're
second,
gonna win some
third.
games.
Yeah. I see them 8 wins. 8 wins just with Stephon Diggs alone. Stephon
Well,
Diggs still one of the best receivers up there. I don't really care what people say.
depending on his health,
Yes. He look healthy
we'll
though,
see
from
what
what
he
I've
got.
been seeing.
Yeah, but he's Bronx on there. Come on now. When you're getting tackled, you're making a cut, and the guy's clipping at your feet. You know what I mean? That's all
But
the
we've
ball game.
we've seen enough film of him going against people too, though, that we can say off this.
He hasn't won against Carlton Davis or Gonzo, so we're not talking about the other
So
DBs
we wait.
behind him.
We just gonna wait till the full training camp. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
I'm just
we
saying,
know
but I do like them. I see them winning 7-8. I'm gonna take the over on the
they
seven
might
point
be. They
five.
might be. They're over under 7.5. I'm taking that
I'm gonna take
win
that really
total
big time.
for sure, no doubt.
No, I'm gonna say 8, and they just barely missed the playoffs, just barely.
They got a lot of growth. They got a lot of young cat. They paid a lot of people. They paid Milton from the Eagles, the D tackle.
Yeah,
They
and they
get
got
Milton
Mike
Williams.
Vrabel, bro.
He's a
They
run.
got
He's
Mike
a run
Vrabel.
first coach. He's a good coach. He knows how to win games. He knows how to win close games. He knows
Run
how to
first, run first, perfect. And
keep
you
the
went up and
offense.
got Travion with Duke from
Mm-hmm.
LSU, Will Campbell.
And they still got Ramondre Stevenson. Big back. So they're gonna be a lot of 1-2 punches, a lot of good run game, a lot of good run fits, inside zone, outside zone. Not too many counters because a lot of NFL teams don't run that many counters.
Nah, there's not many teams that can really run counter in the NFL. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
because
lie.
the defense is too. That counter you can run in the college for sure, but NFL, the motherfucker will be back there. As soon as that guard
Yeah,
pull, it's over.
yeah. That's why there's a lot more traps, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah,
I just like this upcoming season. Honestly, it's a lot of people that, like we said, are on that
need more list.
that need more, and them uncomfortable conversations coming up with people.
SLA.
They need those people specifically need to lock in. Rookies, it's a lot of rookies. That Browns organization is gonna be interesting. Who comes out there week one? That's gonna be who they gonna cut. You can't take 4 QBs in the training camp. You gonna cut somebody.
They
You
just
gonna
gonna
trade
cut Kenny
somebody.
Pickett.
You gonna cut. You gonna trade. Who knows? But it's gonna be
I
interesting.
think very interesting. I'm thinking. It's just narratives. It's a lot more narratives than it was from last year. I think last year the way it ended is perfect. This is a perfect segue into this year. You got the Eagles with their narrative. Saquon he's still writing that shit. Us and how the fuck we lost, plus the documentary that's dropping. I don't even know if I want to watch that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm gonna just be sick to my stomach the whole time watching it. The Niners, that's somebody like how the fuck do you fall off?
Right, losing Debo.
You feel me? Jaden Daniels,
Right,
him
is he
coming off of
gonna
that.
Him coming off that crazy year, is he gonna have the
Feel
same
me?
exact year or better? Or, will they slouch?
I think he might take a crazy leap. I'm not gonna lie.
Because the next jump for them is technically the Super Bowl. They went to the NFC Championship,
Exactly.
but
Who
they
else?
got that division is tough.
Yeah. I think though. I think they split with the Eagles this year though. I think this team is This team going into it is better than last year. More
They
seasoned.
split last year,
See, that's cool then.
but Hurts got hurt. Remember, he got hurt in the first drive. Got a
So
concussion.
technically they didn't split.
And Kenny Pickett was out there seeing colors, and then Devontae Smith dropped that 3rd and 6
Yes,
for a
it was
guaranteed
true.
first to win the game. All they was gonna do was nail the ball after that, but
Who else?
mishaps.
Yeah, it was JD5 be all right. Who else? I had that team. Not the team, the players. Lamar, Burrow, Allen, those three, that narrative.
That nearly.
You feel
them
me?
three.
What you gonna do?
I'm throwing Justin Herbert in that one too. I'm not gonna lie, he's getting too much praise. I seen Pro Focus Football. They said the top 10 2020 players from the draft impact, and they had Justin Herbert at 3.
Who was the QB before Justin? Oh, Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, I say impact as far as on a team. Yes, Justin
On the
Herbert.
team, yes, but he's on that
Player-wise.
bridge too. Yeah, he's been on the playoffs and hasn't won a playoff game. Yeah, that combo. He's in that combo. We're gonna throw him in there with Lamar and them. He don't have to make the Super Bowl, but he got to get out that first round.
Yeah.
Man,
Who else? I think the Rams. Stafford do. How he gonna do? Yeah, a lot of narratives, and that's why I'm ready for it. I think this year, how last year ended, and how this year in the NBA is ending, it's gonna be great segues into the new season, bro. A lot of draft classes is a lot of hype. It's a lot you got to live up to. I'm gonna be watching a lot of first round players, bro,
nah, facts.
because it's a lot of them that's some slid, some rose. I need to see what.
It'll be crazy if we see Shador Sanders walk out there week 1 as a 5th-round draft pick when you drafted a QB in the 2nd round. That'll be interesting.
Would it be crazy to say what if they strode out there Dylan Gabriel and then Dylan Gabriel for some reason goes off?
I mean, if he does, kudos to him. But I'm just, I'm still mad at the fact that you drafted 2 rookie QBs.
Isn't this what Washington did some years ago with RG3 and Kirk? Yeah, that was really crazy.
Kirk was made for the backup. These 2 QBs are potentially wise. They're day 1 QBs. Dylan could go. Dylan is capable to be a day 1 starter. Shador is definitely a day 1 starter. When they drafted Kirk and RG3 was, he was going to be the guy, and Kirk was going to be the backup just in case things happen. And it sucks, but things happened, and Kirk made his staple in the ground. See where he's at right now. That's another eye to keep eye on is Kirk. See where he goes.
Cousins?
He wants to get traded before. No, I will hope he'll get traded before August. Potential teams he can go to, I really don't know.
Yeah, it's like
Pittsburgh.
I was just finna
Because
say
A-Rod's
Steelers.
over there. A-Rod's over there playing around. He don't want to sign with them. So I would say
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is a possibility.
Speaking of what the fuck?
Kirk can go back to Vikings.
No.
He can go back to the Vikings.
Nope.
If JJ McCarthy don't work out within those first half of the games, you can always depend on Kirk. Kirk is going to get the job done in the regular season.
JJ's gonna work out.
But they don't have a backup QB for JJ. I mean, they got Mullins. You see what he does. But I would rather see Kirk go back to Vikings, just in case JJ don't work out those 3-4 games. Because if you start off 0-3, it's over. It's hard to win in that division. So I would have Kirk as a backup. They go 0-3. Kirk, go in.
What does their schedule look like? I'm gonna pull up the schedule. Let's see.
I got you right here. The Vikings, week 1, they are playing the Chicago Bears. Week 2, they play the Atlanta Falcons. Week 3, they play the Bengals. So they're playing the AFC North, the division this year.
Okay, so that's
Vikings.
I'm gonna say 1-1. I don't know about that Falcon game. I'm gonna say 1-1.
Bengals, I say Bengals win. 1-2.
A win against the Bengals. If they don't have Trey Henderson, I'm gonna say that's a win for the Vikings.
They're not paying him, so we can already exclude him. They're not gonna pay him.
Yeah. So that's 2-1 then. I'll say.
No, 1-2. They're gonna lose to the Bengals. You giving them the win against the Bengals?
I'm saying if Trey Henderson don't resign with the Bengals, that's their only hope on defense, bro. So I'm gonna say.
So you lose against
unless
the
it's
Bengals.
toss-up.
Oh no. Bengals. My mistake. They're not paying him. Yeah, cooked. So 2-1. We'll give him 2-1.
Still a toss up. I'm gonna
And
say
they play the Steelers.
2-1-1.
I'll say 2-2. Defensive game. Somehow, some way, Steelers gonna win.
Okay, so where are we gonna put that Falcons game? Are we saying they're gonna beat the Falcons?
2-1.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, they lose to Falcons.
So I lose to the Falcons, so that's 2-3 then.
Yeah, they beat the Bears. They're 1-0. They lose to the Falcons 1-1. They beat
Yep.
the Bengals 2-1. They lose to the Steelers 2-2.
Yep.
Then they play the Browns. London game. They might beat the
3-2.
Browns.
3-2. That's 3-2 right there.
They play the Eagles 3-3.
Yeah. Yep.
They play the Chargers. Toss-up game. We don't know how Joe Burrow gonna play on Thursday Night Football.
Justin Herbert with.
Let's get Vikings. Let's go 4-4 now. Right?
Wait. Well, let's recount. It's gonna be fixed in editing, but 4-4. Okay. What week we at?
Oh, no. They're 3. They'll be 4-3. Sorry, they'll be 4-3.
Okay.
They play the Lions. 4-4.
Yeah. All right. Wait. Is this the first Lions game at home?
First Lions game. Yep. At Lions. At Lions.
Okay.
4-4.
Yeah, that's a loss. 4-4. I was gonna say if the first game was 4-5.
4-5. Bears. They beat the Bears again.
5-5.
Packers. First game Packers.
Where's this at? And what time?
At Green Bay at 1:00. Mind you, we're in November 23rd. It might be snowing.
It's cold. Yeah.
Cold.
I'm going Packers. So what's that? 5-6.
5-6. They play Seattle. They go play Sam Darnold. Demon. Revenge game. 5-7. Commanders. 5-8. Cowboys. If healthy, Dallas wins. If healthy, Dak is healthy, Dallas wins.
Okay, but see, this can be one of those games for Dallas.
6-8. 6-8. Okay. We'll get in the win.
Okay.
Lions. They win 7-8.
Yeah.
They play the Lions at home now. 8-8.
I'm gonna say that's 8-8 right there.
And then they play the Packers. So either way, they're gonna be 8-9, or they're gonna be 9-8. So they're not making playoffs in the NFC with that type of.
Yeah, regardless, either one of those, I can't say.
So
if I take the over, I don't think they make the playoffs. They take the under.
St.
But I don't think
back to.
That's not. But your first time starter though, you win in 8-9 games.
Well, that's us just giving him. We're giving him those toss-up games. That we're giving him those. Who knows? He's never played. I mean, he played preseason game, but the NFL, the regular season is way different than preseason.
Yeah,
you got guys in preseason
trying
to make the team. Yeah.
I think the real toss-up games, would just be the Chargers, that Falcons, and there's one more on there too. Who am I missing? Chargers, Falcons. It's another oddball they play. I think that's about it. I think those are the only 2 toss-up games. That's like on the Bengals.
Oh yeah, the Bengals game. Yeah. We get in the toss-up game for the Bengals.
Bengals, Chargers, and who was that last one?
Bengals, Chargers, and the
Falcons.
I'm honestly giving the Lions too. Our Lions might do a gentleman's sweep this year.
I still don't think that Lions defense is that good though.
I mean, they had like 20-some injuries.
Yeah, but I mean, with that defense,
we got to take an account on the Vikings offense. We knew what Sam Darnold was capable of, and he did what he was supposed to do.
Also, huge drop off from Jordan Addison this past year, so I think he has a better year than what he did last year.
We're gonna see how they operate with JJ McCarthy. Do they, keep him in shotgun, or do they go on the center?
He can do both, by the way. For anybody who didn't watch Michigan games, watch him win a Natty champ. Go Blue. He can do both. So I mean, either way.
Yeah, but who?
And he can run too.
Well, Kevin O'Connell, is he comfortable with chilling?
It's Kevin O'Connell, bro. Kevin, regardless of what the fuck he said, he first off is a terrible coach. I don't think he's that good of a coach. But Kevin O'Connell is going to have to be okay with it because who else do you have after that if you don't bring back Kirk?
Nick Mullins.
Come on.
The backup. But like I said, JJ McCarthy, I don't see him running. Coming off that injury, he's going to be prompt to run. And if he does, he might be getting like 2-3 yards, which is not bad.
I'm just saying, though, he can break off the 15-yard runs, though.
15 is kind of crazy.
That's just my QB, though. I've seen him do it before. That's why I have confidence in my QB. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen him do it before in college, but he has a messed up knee, and now he's running against a Myles Garrett. Yeah. Is he running 15 yards while Myles Garrett and TJ Watt running his way?
Okay, hold on, wait. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's go back. Let's look at the defenses you got to play, though. Let's look at like the actual good, like top defenses that he has to play.
Who, the Vikings?
Baltimore is one. Yeah, the Vikings.
Eagles.
Baltimore
week 1,
Eagles.
Falcons are going to be legitimate.
Yes.
The first defense he's going to run up against is the Falcons. Week 2.
I think that'll give him problems, but not super. God, everybody know about the Steelers defense.
Browns, given their health.
We're not talking about offense though. Defensively, top defense.
Yes,
Browns. Yes,
Browns
that is.
For sure.
So what are we at? 3? We said Falcons, Steelers, and Browns. Okay.
Yeah, we said Falcons, Steelers, Browns. Then you play Eagles. Then you got Ravens on their schedule, so Ravens. You got the Packers, Commanders. I'm giving the Packers one game. One of those 2 games, their defense is going to be good.
So 5.5 then.
Okay, Packers. Commanders. Commanders defense is legitimate.
They're good. So what?
They're legitimate.
6.5.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I'm not giving Cowboys a defense, but yeah, 6. 6.5
I'm not saying
legitimate
Cowboys defense.
games
Fuck
that
no.
is gonna be 6.5 games that he's gonna be going against a elite defense.
Yeah. Okay. That's not bad. 6.5 out of what you playing 18, 17 games.
Yeah, but we're just giving them,
Based off what we see right now.
Based off what we see right now, right? We don't know by week 8, week 7. Dallas defense may be the number one. You know what I mean? Bengals defense may be crazy.
Vikings don't play on Thanksgiving, do they?
I hope not. They play on the 23rd so far. Is that Christmas?
November. It's like week 12 is, I think, Thanksgiving. As long as no.
The 20th Thanksgiving, yeah, they don't play on Thanksgiving.
Okay. Primetime game. It depends. Okay, so now out of those 6.5 defenses, which ones are primetime games? I think, really that'll show me. The primetime games out of those 6.5 defenses is gonna show me if JJ is ready or not. I'm not gonna lie, because it's cool playing at 430, 425.
When them brights, the lights are bright.
When the stadium lights come on and utilize game of the night.
A Sunday night or you the first week on a Thursday night.
You feel me? And crowd rocking. What we doing? But JJ can handle it though. We walked into the Rose Bowl, popped them boys from down south. We walked into Columbus and popped them boys about 2 times. So
you're still living on the college wave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need you to leave that. That shit was 2 years ago.
I mean, he walked down the Raiders. Fuck the Raiders. Walked them down. So
he was playing against guys who's trying to make the team, not guys that's getting 30, 40 million a year.
Nah, he getting like 30, 40 million a year though.
No. What pick?
8?
Yeah, he's out there. He's probably making 20. But close. He's in Minnesota, Texas. He's making 10. Now you got to take half of that Texas. That's 10. So he's probably making about 10 a year. But still, you got guys that have been doing this for a while. So we'll see what. I'm not knocking him. I hope he has a good career. Just what I've seen last year with that Vikings offense, they need help. And they didn't make no moves. If I'm playing against the Vikings, I'm letting Jordan Addison beat me. I'm not letting Jettis beat me.
Jordan Addison, Jalen Naylor.
Yeah. Who?
Exactly. That's the problem. But I mean, I think JJ is in the right division though. For his skill set, the type of quarterback he is, he's in the right division. I'm not gonna lie. Those Minnesota Chicago games are gonna be a blast. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, those gonna be bangers.
Those will be good.
Those will be bangers.
But I think it's gonna take him a few years to start consistently being able to beat the Packers and the Lions. I think the Packers and the Lions are just 2 years ahead right now. So yeah, bro. Who else? Not Minnesota. It's another team up there that's right there. Jets. I feel like the Jets is in the same tier as the Vikings, kind of. Better? Below?
I don't even want to speak on the Jets. That's a disappointing franchise. However you want to spin it, there's no justifying of how poorly they've been over the last 5 years.
When you think about it,
all the athletes that's been through them, there hasn't been no success. They put all their money on Aaron Rodgers, on an old ass QB. They should have just went to go get somebody young and just played. Even if you rebuild it, just go get somebody young and develop. But no, they want to go get Aaron Rodgers. He gets hurt first game, and then now you're fucking shit. Now you don't know what to do. You know what I mean?
I think the Aaron Rodgers thing was out of their control a little bit. I don't think people are gonna agree with me, but I think they was gonna beat the Bills that night. I'm not gonna lie. Is that a little biased because I hate the Bills? Yes, a little bit though. But I still think they do. That team wasn't that bad once Aaron Rodgers signed.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but he got hurt, and then your backup QB is Zach Wilson. You didn't know what to do. I mean, they did beat him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They was beating him regardless, but I think if Rodgers didn't get hurt, I think they have a better year than what happened.
I guess we'll never know. It's like, no.
We will never know. But I think the Jets will be a game better.
Hopefully, Fields.
I think that one, Fields is not bad.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he gets them over the hump. Young QB, he's mobile. He could throw and run. Back with his Ohio State boys.
Right. He's comfortable now. And over the hump,
right.
I'm going to say that over the hump is beating the Bills. That's just the over the hump. Nothing else. You can beat the Bills one time this year, I'm sold.
I hope.
Because, I don't know. But when you think about it, though, their defense, I don't think they haven't gotten worse.
No, they haven't. They kept the same amount of people.
So, I think if you just eat that offense, man.
In fact, 100%.
Who is their OC?
Can tell you.
I pray it's somebody good. No, let's pull it up. I really pray. Please don't pull up no BS, man. I wish I could do subtle foreshadowing.
Tanner Engstrand? I don't know who this guy is.
Oh, man.
He previously worked with the Lions as a pass game coordinator and with XFL DC defenders. They're going to have a struggle. I don't know who this guy is. Yeah. He has no type of decent background credibility.
Passing game coordinator, like, bro, that does nothing.
Right.
Just if I turn on the Jets game and I don't see Brees Hall or Braylon Allen getting at least 10 to 15 carries apiece, I'm gonna be upset. That's all. That's what I don't really like passing game coordinators getting fucking hired in because, but don't try to come in here trying to throw that bitch around. You got a running quarterback, two good ass running backs. RPO the fuck out these niggas. Read option. Let's keep going about our day.
I'm gonna have to cut this short. I gotta go meet my girl and my little boy.
Family ties.
Like, sorry about that, man.
No, it's all
Just
good.
popped up.
This should have 40 minutes already anyway. That's really crazy.
We appreciate y'all, man. Share this with your auntie, uncle, brother, sister, cousins. We gave us some valuable gems on what we expect from certain teams. Catch us maybe tomorrow talking about game 1 of the finals. You know, we might be doing it live. Who knows?
Yeah, bro. If not tomorrow, we will be there Thursday for post-game recaps.
Facts. We will. We're gonna see a lot of niggas doing shit. We're gonna see who lived up to the hype of finals game 1. But until then, man.
We out.
Peace.
There's something else there for. Spill it down.